I'm Linda. I work for an energy company. I have my own apartment and I have invested in 2 properties, one in regional New South Wales, the other one in Queensland. The challenges I had with property investment before was there are so many to choose from. There are so many agents wanting to sell me properties, new ones, old ones, in Sydney, outside Sydney. I just didn't know what to choose from and where to buy, what to buy. I met Rusty at a social network event that was a Tony Robbins group. I had an initial chat with him and then gave me a consultation session, which walked through his investment journey, the process. So I was just really curious to find out how this would work in real life, and with his thorough approach and his academic background and his work experience. After that, I've done my own research. I read 2 property investing books, and finally I felt, yes, I'll just go ahead with Rusty. Just trust him that he would make the right choice for me. I'm a beginner in property investment. I don't have much knowledge of it. The process with Rusty at the beginning was a learning process. So there's several sessions with Rusty. He showed me the spreadsheet, showed me the cases. So in a way, it's handheld property investing approach. Over time, I get more and more confident. But of course, I was not just sitting at the back seat doing nothing. I was communicating with solicitors, mortgage brokers, and property managers. So in a way, learning, doing at the same time. So that's my way of describing the process with Rusty. Rusty, being my consultant, advisor in property investment, made my investing journey a lot easier. I was dealing with the solicitors, mortgage brokers, and property managers. I didn't know the right questions to ask. So Rusty was helping me, asking the right questions so that I get answers for me to make informed decisions. So I would say the process was a lot easier, having someone being with you, supporting you on this journey. 6 months ago, I was overwhelmed by information out there. I receive emails all the time, and also on social media. There are many agents having properties to sell actually, and I had no knowledge or confidence in what to buy, where to invest. Not only I learned the knowledge, but also I was very hands-on, doing analysis, investing, communicating with people at the same time. So I would say I'm more confident now than before. It's not just putting money into a property. I learned something from investing. I gained more and more confidence from investing. But at the same time, I realized the importance of have someone being there for you, someone professional giving you advice. So I feel the confidence and comfort in investing and dealing with all parties involved. For example, when I have questions or doubt, or when I'm confronted by some situations, I would come to Rusty and say, this is what I'm dealing with. What do you think? Rusty has invested in so many properties and he has done everything and learned his lesson. So in a way, borrowing his brain for my situations. So I always feel I'm supported. The investing journey with Rusty starts with a consultation session where he showed me how strategy works, and it's a tailor-made process. It's for me, what my end goal would be. And from that basis, we worked backwards, what I need to do with my investment and where to invest. Rusty gave me 2 reports actually. So every time there's a property he thinks would be suitable for me, Rusty gave me 2 reports for each investment. I'm based in Sydney. There are opportunities elsewhere that I don't know. So the first report tells me why we should look at that particular region. Second report is about the property itself, why that particular property, its location, the rental yield, and potential for growth. The process is actually quite thorough. Rusty's background in finance and investing is all applied in property investment. So I found this process straightforward and it gives me clarity. Rusty's property investing process gives me confidence and clarity, which made my investing journey a lot easier. I'm quite comfortable with the process and I've got 2 properties right now. And this year I'm looking to acquiring a 3rd one with Rusty's help, of course. I've got my professional job. That's where I focus my energy in. In terms of investment, I ask the professionals to do the job for me because they are good at it. They have experience. That will save me time. And I'm a time poor person. Of course, if I spend 8 hours every day learning, researching, looking for properties and driving here and there and traveling to the properties, I might be able to find some investment opportunities myself, but I don't have the time. So then I trust someone who has done this before multiple times would be able to give me good advice, work in my best interest. And because a buyer's agent, someone like Rusty, has done this many times, someone who has connections, networks in the industry with mortgage brokers, property managers, selling agents, Rusty is giving me discount through negotiation and also from his research, that where he can see the value added, that I pay for a small amount to Rusty to do the work, but the savings is a lot more. The saving comes from the reduction in purchase price through research and negotiation. The savings also come from lower management fee. If someone's interested in investing property, I would say seek professional advice. For example, buyer's agent, because there's so much you can do with your time available to you to do the research. And there are so many properties out there. Buyer's agent who works in your best interest and have someone to be on this investing journey with you. The result you get would be time savings and money. What you get out of property investing would be far more reward than you do the work by yourself. If I look at my property investing journey, 6 months ago, I didn't have any investment property. Now I've got 2. I feel so confident with this investing journey with Rusty, and his approach is very thorough. It's not just about acquiring 1 or 2 properties. It's more about building your portfolio. It's a long-term view. It's very much tailor-made process. I'm very confident to acquire another property this year. So for someone who's interested in investing properties in Australia, I would say have a consultation session with Rusty. He will take care of you. I would use 𝐸𝐿 property again for my 3rd investment because I learned so much in my first 2 purchases and I feel comfortable and confident in my property investing. I want Rusty to be my consultant and my advisor in my future property purchases. I'm building my property portfolio at the moment. So I've got 2 at the moment. And going forward, for me to achieve financial freedom and passive income, I need to buy more properties, which means strategies are very important. So it's not about purchasing 1 or 2 properties. I need a holistic approach, like strategies from Rusty to guide me, to advise where to buy, what to buy, to construct the portfolio for the long term. I value Rusty's strategy sessions so much. I'm going to use his service for the future to help me acquire the 3rd, the 4th properties to build my portfolio. When it comes to investing properties are different from stocks. The houses look different. When you look at houses, you might get emotionally attached to one particular property and are paying more. I had professional advice from Rusty so that I know when I'm investing, I take the emotion out of it. I'm not overpaying the property. Oftentimes I pay below its market value. So for example, my 2 properties, the first one I had 12% savings and the second one I had 8% savings. So those savings compared to the fees I paid to Rusty, about 2%. So it's really nothing compared to the savings. So I got discounts from my property purchases. So investing with a buyer's agent, someone like Rusty, involves a small fee. But with that small fee, I get much bigger benefits. For example, one is the strategy, the long-term strategy to construct my portfolio. The second one is the bargain I get from the purchases. So overall, I feel it's still better for me to use a buyer's agent service like Rusty than doing it on my own. If you want to build passive income and consider using property as a tool, I would say use professional help. For example, 𝐸𝐿 property with Rusty. I had 2 property purchases with him, and I'm confident that the process is rewarding, not for the short term, but also for the long term. Just go ahead and book a session with Rusty. That's my advice.